All right, welcome Agency Elephant Elaboard users to space number 3. This is uploading a list of 250 aged-old leads. We like to break these lists up so that we aren't pushing out 1,000 messages in a couple days to age leads. We want to break these up, spread them out throughout our year, so that we're hitting people throughout the year, different lists, etc. So let me show you how to do that. That first video we just did, the Auto No Home, I explained how to edit your list to make sure that we were importing it correctly. For example, it needs to look like this, okay? We need to have first name and last name title cased. If they are already title cased, awesome. You don't need to do our proper skill that we were showing in our last video. If you do need to do that, make sure you use that equal propers parenthesis and the column and the row you're trying to proper, and then you can hit that blue button on the bottom right to make everybody in the list proper cased. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to import that list of aged old leads, the 250 list of aged old leads, into Prospects BFY and into aged old leads, because that is what triggers automation. The groups you put people into trigger the automation that is attached to that, okay? If you are curious as to what automation is going to go out under that aged old leads, come down to your drips, and it should be all the way at the bottom. We're going to have aged old leads here tied to this group, and let's go ahead and take a look at that drip here. It is very heavy on homeowners insurance. So if you're not sure what these people came out as or what they came in as, go in here and change the home to just insurance, right? That is something you can do. Always look at the drips before you send them out. Always make sure that they are what you're expecting to be sent out. And always also put yourself in that group to see what that first message feels like when it gets to your phone, okay? So let's go ahead and import that list. We're going to go to Leads, Import, which is over here. Prospects, aged old leads. I also like to tag these people aged leads, just in case they get missed, or they get, not missed, excuse me, just in case you remove them from the group and they're just prospects, you know they're an aged lead, okay? So we're going to import that list here. This is our example list we just did on the last space, and it is myself, so I'm just going to re-import myself into these lists for you. And first name, we definitely don't want to grab that first column because if you remember, that's the all capitals one. Want to grab the second column. We do not want to grab the first last name column because, again, that is the all capitals. We want to grab the one we title cased. Mobile, email, and expiration date. All right, so we're going to hit submit. Soon as that is done, just like the Auto No Home list, we are going to make sure that we hit append and submit. Soon as that is done, we are going to go over into our tools, and we are going to go over into the drip, which is the aged old lead. And we're just going to double check that we have stuff processing there. And this is something that I do every time I set up a drip. I'm going to check that little button. Look at that. We've got one waiting, okay? And as soon as this processes, it's going to change to processed, and this flag is going to turn with a 0 SMS, and it is going to put the aged old leads system in, okay? So that is the aged old leads. It is processed. You can see the flag just changed, right? Flag change, 0 interval. There we go. I'll see you at the next square.